Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Milan. I am CTO at ayekart Fintech Private Limited. ayekart is, yeah, sorry, I did not start my video. ayekart is a fintech company based out of India. We started in October 2020, and we basically are, digitizing the Indian SMEs and MSMEs. While doing that, we are also bringing capital infusion in the SMEs and MSMEs, and also tightening up all the stakeholders in the value chain. So the proposal that, or the solution that I have, it starts with a basic problem that we actually solved, which I will come to later. So the solution is we have wearable like watch OSs as well as wear OSs. ayekart has an SDK which is perfectly compatible with watchOS. We already done a POC here in India. The approach is the ayekart SDK will be there on the one of the wearables, and that can be used to make the event-based payments. So for the event-based payments, there are different use cases that are there, but how it will work is ayekart will whitelist the authentication tokens for which for the POSes or MPOSes where the NFC will be enabled, and where the payment has to be pre-programmed, and then the contactless transaction will be done. And instead of making the device make provision the or fulfill the payment, ayekart SDK will come in place and fulfill the payment. So the usages are various, but we have used this in renewable energy sector variously, because there was a big problem of person going to site and calculating the import or export KWH and then punching it on the system. So we programmed an SDK into the variables. It was the Google WatchOS that we actually did a POC with, where this can be punched into any NFC reader and a particular value will be imported or exported, and that can be used for the various meter to provision payments. The second use case of this would be in the logistics industry, wherein the shipments, whether they are dispatched or they are reached, a certain trigger has to be done, and that can be triggered by our SDKs. So our approach is quite customizable. We have not come up with a ready to use out of box solution. We have a trigger based SDK that can be implemented in any variable, and that can be then integrated with the BENEFIT APIs, with the switch APIs basically. So this is it, and we have this is the security standard that we are using. We are using TLS 1.2, SSL, and the other standard stuff. This is the tech stack that we are using right now. And the supported devices that we have tried is Apple WatchOS 5 and above, and Wear OS 2.23 and above. So that's it. That's it from my side.
Thank you, Milan. Let's leave the floor for the judges to ask their questions. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Milan, for this. I have a question regarding the payment flow. You can go back to the payment flow. You mentioned that.
Can you reshare, Milan, please? We can see yours.
1 second. Is it visible now?
Yes. If you can go back to this one, the approach part. You've mentioned that I don't know if I've got you right or not, but there are some changes to whitelist your solution on the post devices. I didn't actually quite get the flow.
So what we do is for ayekart, we have a registration process wherein the SME registers. At the same time, we also take his MPOS or POS authentication token. So it becomes a closed circuit wherein we can accept payments and we can set limits out there. So instead of going full hog on all the payment solutions, this is a very exclusive trigger-based payment and much more secure for our own SMEs and MSMEs. So that's the solution. So let it be, for example, I'll give you on the logistics side, if I know that there's a NFC reader which actually reads and triggers certain data, and my SDK is already whitelisted that particular hardware, then I just go and scan my device and transact there. And from there, the entire trigger starts, and anything like, like just not just payment, but any display events or any event can be created, which is triggered by any RESTful API.
So change has to be on both the wearable itself to include the SDK and on the actual receiving device, be it a POS or
Yes.
an NFC reader.
Yes. Yes. Right.
Any other questions from the judges?
Yeah, the use cases, are they closed loop or open loop? Because I didn't get the open part of it.
These are closed loops.
Yeah. Okay.
I have a question with regards to the integration with benefits. How will that occur?
I'm sorry, I missed the last part. Could you repeat that, please?
So if you can just elaborate on how you're going to integrate to the benefit system.
So we can integrate through RESTful APIs that Benefit has. We have already gone through the sandbox environment that was given to us. So the payment can flow from there. I'm sorry, I don't know. Is my screen getting stopped? Like,
yeah, the sharing has stopped.
oh, okay, okay. So, yeah, so it can be done via RESTful APIs or webhook integration. Anything, we are open for both.
If you can also give us a bit of an idea about your revenue model.
The current revenue model is completely on the transaction basis. We charge a small percentage to our retailers or to our base.
And for the end user, they have to have your application, or is it enough to have benefits pay?
It is enough to have benefits pay.
Okay.
But if they have our application, then they get the entire 360-degree view. That's the advantage of that, but it's not the requirement.
Yeah.